You dial the number, navigate the recorded instructions, and if you're lucky, there's a person, a real person on the other end of the line. If you're lucky. But more often than not, you don't get the action you'd hoped for. So, is your call important to them, really? David Pogue looks at customer service, its frustrations, and its future.
A call may be recorded or monitored.
Want to know how I spent my Tuesday? Trying to report some fraudulent credit card charges.
I'm calling Global Commercial Card.
Hi. Yes, I'm trying to report some fake charges on my credit card.
I'll connect you with our fraud team.
I see.
Thanks so much for your business.
Okay. Customer service is a real problem in this country. Just ask literally anyone.
So I've got a tale for your customer service story.
That said, we're sorry. We don't have anybody right now to answer your call. Please call back another time.
AT&T had me on the phone for 6 hours.
Airline gave me the runaround via email. It kept saying it couldn't find our flight.
I said, lady, the technician is standing 2 feet in front of me, and he has the unit in his hand.
So why is customer service so bad? First of all, labor shortage. Especially since the pandemic, it's hard to find people who want the call center jobs. The average call center worker quits after about 18 months. Second, consolidation. All those corporate mergers of airlines and banks and telecom companies and cable companies. Now there's not as much competition, so there's less incentive to fix the problems. So what happens? You get a lot of unhappy customers, or worse.
Needless to say, I did not stay with Verizon Wireless.
So I filed a complaint with the Public Service Commission.
Now I'm the proud owner of a new website where I plan to detail the rotten customer service.
And so to this day, I have upstairs in my guest room a 4K DirecTV box that drops out every 4 minutes, and it's hooked up to a TV that isn't 4K.
This isn't about money. It's about human decency.
Well, if it's any consolation, there is a group of people who may be even more frustrated by the customer service situation than you are. And that is the customer service agents.
They call in, they see you as part of the organization that's imposing the issue rather than a human being.
Believe it or not, I've had somebody curse me out completely. They can't see you, they're just over the phone. So they take advantage of that, of course.
They call with their frustrations. They don't understand the procedures. They have been told no multiple times.
And sometimes that brushes off on me. I'm frustrated too. I want to help you out. I stand up. I feel like I'm going to get in a state where I'm sweating.
Would you ever say to a caller, I need to put you on hold for a second, when you really don't, but you just need a break?
Of course. Of course.
Dominique Raymond, Kayla Zuniga, Generis Ortiz, and Calvin Echevarria.
HIPAA purposes, if you could just please provide me with your date of birth.
Work in customer support for health companies and patient advocacy nonprofits in Orlando.
Well, right now, I don't even see that you're registered, so there's nothing to resubmit.
I've read that turnover in call center work is more than double the average of other jobs.
I think it's hard. They're not necessarily looking for a resolution, they're looking to vent.
Yep.
So, yeah, that can be kind of difficult and taxing.
Okay, give me just a second. Let me pull.
Customer service is not easy. It's not meant for everyone.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.
So, if the job can be so hard, why do they do it?
There's also a lot of redeeming qualities. It's very mentally stimulating because every day is a new challenge or new experience.
The beauty of it is, honestly, to me, is to help out there. It brings me joy. Sometimes I cry with the patient. I'm so excited to actually help someone out.
No cable company customer call center employee has ever cried with me.
Thank you for holding.
And so for years, that's how things have stood. Two frustrated armies of people on opposite ends of the line, each frustrated by a dysfunctional, underfunded system. And then, this happened.
My name is Grace. I'm a virtual front desk agent. What can I help you with today?
I left a bag at the gate.
Can you describe the item?
It's a 9-foot Steinway grand piano.
I have good news for you. We were able to locate an item matching that description.
Welcome to the new age of artificial customer service. Artificial intelligence, that is.
You can adjust these personality sliders. How much empathy should the bot show? How much should it respond to your emotion?
Nico Benitez is a co-founder of Gridspace, creators of an AI phone rep called Grace.
My name is Grace.
At this moment, more than 100 hospital chains, airlines, phone companies, and banks use Grace to take customer calls.
It doesn't sound like you're talking to a robot. You hear the ums and uhs and all the imperfections that indicate that someone is listening.
Anthony Scuderi is another Gridspace co-founder.
And so if you have a system that feels like it's listening to you and doesn't make you restate yourself, it's much less frustrating as a user interface.
How does Grace make life easier for the humans at the call center?
Well, that's a really hard job. And it's just people yelling at you all day. And so one way Grace can help is by being kind of a bit of a blast shield. By, first someone calls in, they state their intent, they complain, the bot tries their best to help them, and then the person can kind of come in as the hero. I mean, that's in general how automation really helps people, which is it enables people to do the stuff that people are best at. But then for the other 90% of calls where people are calling in with password reset, or whatever, Grace can just deal with that.
Gridspace set up a fake airline 800 number so I could witness firsthand how Grace hands you off to a human when the problem requires creativity.
Thanks for calling CBS Airlines.
I have a service animal. Can I bring my service animal?
Yes, you are allowed to bring your service animal on board.
Okay, it is a tiger. Is that okay?
I'm sorry, but I don't have any information about bringing a tiger as a service animal. I'd be happy to transfer you to an agent.
So common sense is not her strong suit.
If there's no policy about tigers, she's not going to invent one. Unrestrained AI acting as a representative of your company can get you in a lot of trouble. And so we would rather err on the side of being real by the book, real literal.
Meanwhile, Grace offers another benefit to us puny humans, much less sitting on hold. She's answering millions of phone calls simultaneously.
Yeah, picks up right away, even if it's a machine.
A fascinating concept, but not everyone is sure that AI is the answer.
It seems like you lose that connection, that ability to make that good first impression and to connect with the patient right off the bat. So it seems impersonal.
I love the fact that we can actually they're live agents. You can't do that with an AI.
Take that, Grace. Plenty of companies are working on AI customer support systems like Grace. But until they become widespread and reliable, most of the people answering your calls will still be people.
We get them at their worst, but then also at times when you can pivot and recover that situation, then get them at their best and their most grateful.
They'll write your name down and say, hey, I want to let your supervisor know that you helped me. And even though I started yelling at you from the beginning, it was not your fault. You assisted me and you never hung up on me.
So you forgive them their anger?
Yeah. So no need to forgive. There's no forgiving. I don't take that personal.
No.
You just needed somebody to listen to.
You as well. Happy holidays. Bye-bye.